What's going on? This Damon C. Today, it ain't even about real estate. I mean, I do have apartment buildings under contract. Looking to get some commercial property under contract, but my wife got me out here doing a tune-up on her car. Stay tuned. It's all gonna work out. Spark plugs. Yo, this is Damon C. What's good, people? I'm bringing you another video, of course. Earlier I had to get down and dirty on my wife's car. That'll get you that coupon later. Shh. But man, I want to talk about a few extra strategies or a few ways that you can handle contracts if regardless if they're asking a lot for the property, if they're asking minimal for the property, if you could, if basic wholesaling does not work for this deal, creative financing ways or other ways that you could go about that way you do not lose money on the deal. I know all the time that I just talk about one way. Man, let me give you other few ways to close and make money on these deals, because there's a lot of money being left on the table, and I don't want you to do that. So the first thing, of course, let's go back to basic wholesaling. That's taking the seller, which is person A, and then you, person B, the potential buyer, and you're selling that contract that, you're assigning that contract to, B to C. So C will be the actual buyer. So A to B, B to C. So you're the middleman. You're the middleman making that money. So this person wants $5,000 for their property. Okay, I get under contract for $5,000. Then I turn it around and put it on the market. Facebook Marketplace, Facebook real estate groups. Some people do Zillow, Craigslist, and all your buyers that you should be adding up into your email address. You send them, the details on the property, pictures, a walkthrough video of the property. They say, hey, I want to buy it. All right, it's for sale for $10,000. I'm assigning the contract for $10,000. Once they close, they're satisfied and they're happy. He or she is happy with walking away with the property and fixing it up and flipping. Whatever they do, that's none of your business. You make your $5,000 in the middle, and the seller makes their $5,000 at the end of it all. That's basic wholesaling 101. Just that quick. The second one, too many wholesalers maybe never done one, maybe haven't really dug into it. They don't know how to get creative with things because, and this is why they do not teach it. The second one that I currently use, will be lease option. So that's number 2. Lease option deals. So when you're doing lease option, it's basically, say they want, $55,000 for the price, they're not budging on it, or you make it work at $55,000, and you ask them, will they do a lease option on the property? So basically, you're leasing it. You're leasing it with the option to buy. So it's kind of like a rent to own. You're making mortgage payments. You're paying. For me, I'm paying down my balance on the property. I'm not paying down. Actually, my tenants that I have in there now are paying down the balance on the property that I have under contract with this seller. So it's a sweet deal. In the next, I probably have like 3 or 4 more years before it's paid off. So 3 or 4 more years when it's paid off and I own the property, I could keep moving tenants in there, whatever the case is. But of course, you have them put down their deposit and things like that. You charge them rent each month. So me cash flowing the extra $200 a month just from a rental property, that's sweet to me. I don't care what nobody else has to say about it or whatever else. But like I said, lease option, you have the option to lease it out until you can make that full payment on the mortgage You could wholesale a lease option where you put someone else in your place and you say, hey, if you want to be bought into this option, you give me $5,000, I give it over to you. You start renting it out and you're paying down the mortgage. It's your mortgage now I'm out of it. Or you can stay, what they call like a sandwich deal. You stay in the middle of it, you're making money in the middle, and then you're paying them what they ask for or what they need. Look up Lease Option. I do have a video on it on YouTube. I will get in more detail and in depth. Of course, it has to be short and sweet right now because I don't have much time on this video. The next one is subject to. Subject to deals, people love them and they're big profit, they're big paydays. Is when you're subject to the existing mortgage. So say someone that family member or someone in a neighborhood who is looking at foreclosure and they just don't know what to do. Maybe they're behind on payments and things like that. You can help catch them up on the payment. Some people are willing to let you just take over the mortgage, so you can take over the mortgage on the property and then be able to do pretty much what you want with it. So now you sign a contract with that person. You are subject to that existing mortgage. You're taking over their mortgage payments. You're taking over insurance. You're taking over the property, period. All the utilities, all the bills, things like that. And you can either flip that property by fixing it up. You buy into what they're behind on. You fix it up, flip it. You can start renting it out and things like that. The only downside to it is a risk. But it's no risk to you. It's the risk to the actual seller who's signing the contract over to you because they have to keep the mortgage in their name. The deed goes to you, so they can't come back and say, hey, I want my property back. No, that's not happening. But the mortgage has to stay in their name in order for this type of deal to work. So when the mortgage stays in their name, the chances are, the other risk factor is that the mortgage company could come back and say, hey, we're calling this loan due. We found out that you're trying to sell the property, this XYZ. We need all the money. We need the whole $100,000 right now. Or in 30 days, however many days that they ask. So, that falls back on them. Now, if you have the money to go ahead and finish paying them out, you can and make it work for you. And just help them out as best as you can. But like I said, that's the only risk factor where they call the loan due on the property. The last one, or the last two, you have fix and flip, where you buy the property at a cheap price, fix it up. Say you buy a property at $100,000, you fix it up, you put $70,000 worth of work into it. Now the comps or comparables in the area are saying that properties for a 4-bedroom, 2-bathroom are going for $300,000. Now you just bought it for $100,000. You put $170,000 into it. You're all in $170,000, and then you turn around and flip it for $300,000. That's a nice payday, nice profit. That is a good way to get out of those deals, to jump in, jump out. Some people take that money, do a 1031 exchange. The other way, real quick, is buy and hold. You buy a property that may already have a tenant in it, whatever the case is, but you hold that property, you rent it out, and you make cash flow on it each month. So, like I said, man, I have to hurry up, hit it quick. This is Damon C. I'm out. If you need more help, hit me up at d.caldwellproperties.com d.caldwellproperties@gmail.com or caldwellbuyshouses.com.